Have you dealt with struggle before?
Yeah, just the military, you know, it's a mindset.
Hey, you! We're in Orlando, Florida. This is the People's Podcast 2. I'm the Y guy, and you are our Y.
I think in some type of way, I struggle a little bit every day.
I just pray and then put my effort into whatever thing I want to put it into.
Communication is the key to success. I mean, that's what they say.
Absolutely. Yeah, unity is so important.
You are our Y. Hey, everybody, this is the Y guy. We're in Sanford, Florida, and we're here with
Mackenzie,
Mackenzie. How are you doing today?
good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You have a good New Year's celebration?
Yeah, and it's really nice out today, and just starting off the new year strong.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being willing. Like I said, you're my first interview of the year, and I take it as a huge deal.
That's
So
awesome.
Thank you for giving me your time and to share your story with the people. We're only looking for one or two things, and I bet your story would be able to be huge for someone that's listening on the other side of the
I hope
screen.
so.
Are you from this area?
Yeah, so originally I'm from Winter Park, Florida, and then me and my dad moved up here. We actually live on a little cabin cruiser, like a boat house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we live over at the marina, and we've lived there for 8 years.
No way.
Mhm.
What are like the ups and downs of doing that?
Living on the boat, it's tight quarters.
Yeah.
So like our shower's really tiny. It's like a hose. Everything comes from like the lake water, and it's like kind of dirty. Like we can't drink the water.
Okay.
It's just really dirty. That's okay. And just the bathroom's small. You can't keep many clothes on there, so we have a storage unit, and we have to like rotate clothes. So I'll keep a pair of clothes for like 2 weeks on the boat, then I gotta go back to storage, rotate, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we used to live in a house growing up, and then just was cheaper to.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad got a loan from his work to buy our first boat we lived on. Had like no air, no heat. We had no kitchen. We ate canned food all the time, and then that boat sank. So then we moved.
Whoa.
But luckily, we already moved out of that boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I can't remember which hurricane, but
Okay.
it sank that one. But we were already moved out and upgraded way better to this houseboat. And it's just tight quarters, and can't really cook a lot. If you want to cook something in the microwave, you have to turn off the AC. Cook something in the microwave. Yeah, it's not really a big deal. It's just sometimes when you're just like not wanting to do, I'm just being a brat, but just like it's just little things that sometimes can be a challenge.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like it. But what are a couple good things? You said it was pretty cheap, so
yeah, super
you get
cheap.
to live on the lake.
Yeah, I think my dad.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think my dad pays like $500
Okay,
for like dock
there it
fee,
is.
and then if you want. Because we can't move our boat, it's just too old. But if you want like a pontoon or like a jet ski, it's an extra $100 to park it. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
and like you live minimalist, and that's that. Yeah, and I get to live with my dad, so
Yeah.
we're like very, very close.
Amazing. That sounds awesome. I love that too.
Mhm.
And do you think? What do you do right now to earn a living? Sorry.
So I was just working at a high school, left there because I was coaching softball there. So now I'm coaching at a community college in Kansas. So that's when I'm leaving tomorrow to drive to Kansas.
You're headed there. You're driving over there.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. That's about 1,000 miles or so.
Yeah, I know.
Probably pretty close.
It takes like 22 hours.
Yeah.
To get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely close.
Yeah.
So we're driving a straight shot, or you're gonna break it up a little bit?
Break it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I got time. I don't have to officially. I don't have to be there till the 8th. So I'm leaving a little early. Me and my mom, she's coming with me, and just gonna explore Kansas City because I'm actually going to Iola, which is a really small town. So we're gonna hang out in the city for a little bit, a couple days, and then.
Very cool. So does mom live in that area, or is she just meeting you over there?
No, I'm gonna go pick up my mom in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, cool. That's gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think if your story was told to anybody, it can make an impact on their life?
Yeah, I think so. I played softball in college, and then after that I went to the military and got out. Now I'm coaching at a little community college, and I hope you can always do many things. You don't have to stick to one career field. I like change, so I'm hoping especially being in the military, you change all the time.
Yeah.
You have to adapt. I mean, I lived on a ship, and that was like I literally live on a boat here, and then I went in the military, lived on another boat. So it's just living tight quarters wasn't a challenge for me, but I know it's a challenge for a lot of people. But you adapt if you want to adapt. If you want to, it's just a mindset.
That is true. That's
Yeah.
a good question to say, or a good statement to say. If you want to,
Yeah.
And thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. Sounds like the Navy.
The Navy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where were you at with that? What did you serve in? What did you do while you were serving?
So I was an AO, which is aviation ordnance. We built like bombs, missiles, and rockets. When you don't do that, when it's like peacetime, which like we've been in peacetime for a long time, but when you're not doing that, you're kind of like sweeping, cleaning.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing the boring stuff, but the fun part is to build the ordnance. So yeah, it's tough. It can be tough, but it's also fun because I know everyone bonds knowing that you're kind of embracing the suck.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what builds the grit.
Yeah, it does build the grit, and I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yep. So that's wasn't really a change for me since I've played at different colleges. It just was a change when knowing your home is the ship. Like just walking up for the first time, it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Yeah. It's just so different.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it at all. I mean, how do you even prepare for something like that? You lived on a boat, but yet it was still a culture shock.
Oh, it was so different.
You prepared for it probably more than anybody could ever prepare for it, and yet it was something you prepared
still
for.
Still different,
so
yeah.
That's amazing. And have you dealt with struggle before?
Yeah, just the military, you know, it's a mindset. Being, stuck on a ship with the same, I was on an aircraft carrier, so it's being stuck on a ship with 3,000 to 5,000 people every day is, it seems like you don't run into them. You don't you think you see different people, but you don't, because you're kind of stuck in your own little community with what job you're doing in the Navy. And then there's just like many things that happen that you kind of have to go through. It's not like hazing, but like in a way it kind of is, but it's like very minor. Like it's like no big deal. And it's just, I joined late. So when you have someone yelling at you that's your age or even younger, that's hard. It's hard to bite your tongue. So that was not really a challenge. It's just, they just know more in the Navy. They just, not because they know more as a person, or maybe they do, I don't know, but they just know more in the Navy. So that was hard, just, and getting in trouble for the little things sometimes can be annoying.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
I definitely, the bond with your friends, it's like, it's so crazy.
You still talk to a lot of them still?
Yeah.
It's only been a little bit, but
but I've been out for a year, so but I still keep up with them. The ship I was on, they're deployed right now, so it's hard to talk to them. But when they pull into other ports, they'll show me, where they're at. So
very cool.
Yeah.
And what's like it might even been something that they instilled into you to have to do, but like what's a day-to-day even maybe that you've carried out consistently that you do to keep yourself moving forward, maybe in the tough times or maybe just even today?
Yeah, I think like sitting around and thinking for me sometimes isn't the greatest. Like I can't just think, even being here at the, laundromat, I hate like coming here, but at the same time, like I just have to get up and go. Like if I think about it too long, I'm not going to do it. And then my laundry is going to pile up. Just something little like that. And then if it's a bigger challenge, like I just can't sit and think. It'll drive me crazy. I have to just at least get up and, if I'm upset, just like walk around or drive around or I don't know, call somebody. And not even vent about the problem, just talk about something else. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I don't know, I think eventually something works out. The problem, it'll go away, but, it'll get resolved.
Yeah. In action, as you're saying, like as you move forward into it.
Yeah, I just have to do it. Or whatever needs to be done, I just have to do it. I can't think about it because if we're thinking about something bad, it'll like eat me up. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And overthinking, I think, is I actually wrote a poem. I think too much, but
it's terrible.
Overthinking is one of the worst things in the world for you. It just destroys you. So I love that message. Got to get up, take action, little step by step, day by day, and I appreciate that. And do you think communication is there's a good power in communication and building relationships with people?
Yeah, I think this is so funny, but like I think communication is good, but I think comprehending is better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like if you're just listening, but you're not understanding what I'm saying, then I'm just babbling to you at that point. But it's, you know, better when people comprehend what you're saying, because then they understand. So I think communication is good, but comprehending is way better.
That was awesome. That was one of the best, statements to say about
Yeah.
that too. I really appreciate that. One of my favorite speakers is John Maxwell, and he says evaluated experience is the only way for experience to actually help you, and that's literally exactly what you said right there.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. That was a huge message. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Someone will definitely be impacted by that right there. And,
Yeah, I hope so.
do you think goal setting is necessary to inspire action every day and move forward?
Yeah, I think, but sometimes too many goals can be overwhelming. Same thing, you overthink it. You're like, I gotta get this, and this done. Sometimes it's like for me, packing. You know, I did it little by little, because if I do it too much all at once, it's gonna kind of overwhelm me. So I finally finished all my packing today, and then I'm doing my dad's laundry and my laundry, and that's really all I had to do today. So, because I want to enjoy my last day with my dad. So, yeah, I think goal setting is good. It just depends on who you are. If you like to do a lot at once, or kind of take it, you know, like baby steps.
Yep, ultimately does. But I think the having and understanding your pace in everything is, even if you do big stuff, understanding your pace. And it's exactly what you just said right there. I know myself, and I do little by little, and that keeps me sane. It keeps me moving forward, and I get the stuff done properly. Yeah, I appreciate that one too. And my last one: do you think a message like unity in today's world could make an impact if it gets to anybody?
Yeah, I think always coming together. I hate that I still feel like things are divided, but it's always going to be like that. No matter how hard we try. Like no one's ever going to be, not everybody's going to be satisfied. You know, whatever change we think it could be better for the world, to someone else, it's not to them. So I think, just trying to, I think baby steps, same thing, baby steps, trying to get people to come together, even however long it takes, it does help. Because even to this day, like I don't know why there still should be segregation, or people being divided up, whatever discrimination it is. I think it's just exhausting. Why can't we just just live your life, just do what you want to do, and if you don't like it, then just be around people or do what you love that's positive. And I think that does help, but no one's ever going to be satisfied.
That's probably like one of the best ways to finish it off too, because you gave us a great answer and exactly what kind of what we're working into, as much as the baby steps, whatever we can do a little bit day by day, but it does ultimately come to the mass of people are never going to be satisfied with one output.
You can always try. So, you can always try, and the worst they're going to say is they don't like it.
That's exactly it. Yeah. You can't just give up and say I'm not trying at all, but the little by little, and whatever works. So Mackenzie, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being willing. Just so grateful for you. First interview of the year,
awesome.
But it was also probably one of the best we've had, and I'm just grateful for your well thought out steps, and I'm just excited for your future. Get there and coach and do some good stuff. Thanks again for your service. I appreciate you so much. You mind if I get out?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You too.
Thank you for watching this interview. We hope and pray that this story could help you, encourage you, or inspire you to take action in any way. We challenge you to see yourself in every interviewee, and we challenge you to get out and talk to one new person every single day. If this impacted your life in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. We're posting one new video every single day, Monday through Saturday. Thank you so much for your time. This is the People's Podcast. We're praying for you always.
Man, that's deep.